Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you for joining me. Today is Saturday, April 11th. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My channel is on my hobbies. Right now that's primarily cross-stitching, but I also enjoy sewing, a tiny little bit of quilting I've been doing, as well as paper crafting. I like to make greeting cards, gift tags, gift card holders, treat boxes, that kind of thing. I also recently opened up my online needlework shop, bluebirdneedlework.com. If you have not checked it out already, please do so. I'll put the address below here. This week was nice. It was a short week for me because we got the house painted and then we added the bedroom on. And I had to be home anyways for them to paint the front and back doors. So we added the bedroom and they were able to knock it out all in one day. And I love it. The bedroom is the same color as my bathroom off of my bedroom. And it's a really warm gray, Acer Gray by Sherwin-Williams. I will try to take a photo and insert it. And the house, we changed it from blue to charcoal, white and black, white trim, black fixtures, black accents. So it looks really, really nice. So we're excited about that. But you know, now that the bedroom is painted and fresh and crisp and looks beautiful, my bed needs to be painted because it's an Ethan Allen, but it was white, like an country white, and now it's yellowing. So we made arrangements for the painter to take that and paint that black enamel. And then the carpeting looks like crap. So, you know, like you touch one thing and it looks fresh and pretty and you're like, oh, it makes everything else look so much worse. So that's where we're at. So I think what we're looking at now is potentially doing floors. We have hardwood floors. My daughter's boyfriend does flooring. And we were just thinking we would just sand down what we have and redo it. He's like, yeah, but you've got some soft spots and so there might be something with the subfloor. So hopefully it's in good condition. So I think we're going to take the floors all the way down, new subfloor, put new flooring down. We're just waiting for him to come back with a price. And then I decided to go ahead and bite the bullet and do it in the bedrooms as well. So yeah, that's where we're at. So I have to now work on that piece. We'll see what the price comes back at, how much we'll do this round. So anyway, so it was a fun Friday. I did a lot of work on Bluebird needlework. I think I am finally at a point where I'm done adding a ton of stuff. Like my inventory is set. My website is, I think, pretty much set. I was able to finally get my hands on all of the market charts that you guys ordered, with the exception of one. That one is still not available to me until the end of the month. So the Cactus Caravan and Bell Pull is, I won't be getting that till the very first part of May. So anyway, so I've been working on that. As soon as those charts come in, I'll package everything up and send it on its way to you. Hopefully they will be here this week. So my goal is, if that's true and the mail doesn't screw up, then I should be able to get things out by the end of next week. Fingers crossed. I will say, I emailed this to someone who emailed me a question about their order. You know, being on this side of the industry now, where I'm a shop owner and I can buy things wholesale, I had really no idea that market was going to be like this. And I'm not saying that it's bad or negative. I just thought, okay, you go to market, and then when market's over, you go and you order all of the charts, whatever you want. You can just go, yes, 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 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever you need. and order it. And they would all be shipped, and I'd have them within a couple of weeks, excluding the market exclusives or the market specials. That was not the case. So they wouldn't list the items until they got them in stock, which is fine. But I did not realize that when you don't attend market and you go to order your products, especially for me, opening literally the weekend before market, I had no way of letting people know I want this much stuff. That proved to be a little difficult. So now that I know that, and next year it's going to be different anyways, because I will be attending market. That is the plan. So, you know, that's what the holdup is that I can order most of the charts except for a few, and then the few do not release all on the same day. They release whenever they release. So that's why it's been such a big delay. Okay. I do have some things to share that are new in the shop. Our Lugana Petty Point in gray and white, 32 count is here. This would be beautiful for a spring. Like even this would look pretty on that. Ooh. Except they're calling for a 36 count, but how cute would that be? Winter charts would be really nice on this. So 32 count Lugana Petty Point in gray and white. And then I also have Edinburgh Vintage Stormy Night, 36 count. Edinburgh is 36 count. So really pretty modeling. This is a printed fabric, so it's going to be fairly consistent. But it's like vintage country mocha, but in the grays. So these are in and listed in the shop if you're interested. Freedom Flock finally came in. So I was able to get one order out because they were just waiting on this one. The others that ordered this, you're also waiting on something that's not here yet. They are on their way, ordered, paid for, just waiting for them to get here. So Freedom Flock by Plum Street Sampler. This was stitched on 36 count Hazelwood. It's so adorable. Dot the Bird by Kathy Barrick. I think what I love the most about this is the color palette. Berry red, moss green, avocado green, mint green, turquoise light, turquoise dark, clove, pumpkin, doeskin brown, and black. And I love the tree leaves are dots. I just, it has a modern feel to me. I like it a lot. So that's in. Quaker Hearts by Kathy Barrick is in. This is a pink. It was stitched on 40 count Thornfield from Needle and Flax, but it's pink tones. Really, 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 really pretty. If you didn't like the pinks, I'm sure you could swap them out for greens, teals, blues, you know, whatever, yellows, whatever colors you want, or rainbow. And then I saw these and I was drawn to them and I had to think about them for a little bit. And I thought, I think I want to stitch these. Beautiful Maker Floral Sewing Machine. This is by Robin Pickens. At a 32 count linen, it's 7 3/4 by 5.5. So if you go 36, it'll be smaller, and 40 even smaller. So I'm thinking if you do 40, you might be able to get it into like a 5x7 frame. That would be my guess. I haven't measured it, so don't quote me on that, but that's what I'm thinking. And then its companion, Stitch Lovely floral machine. So you've got your blues and your greens and your purples, and then you've got your reds and your pinks and your greens. So that's what's new. Again, bluebirdneedlework.com. Okay. This week I did get some stitching done. Very happy about that. Did I have a new start? I can't remember if I had a new start. I don't think I did. I have a finish. My Friday focus is finished. I worked a little bit more on my Saturday stitch and my Sunday samplers. And I touched a spring, a patriotic, 2 patriotic, and a spring. So, and then I have some haul to go over. Okay, my finish is Spring Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I stitched this on the called for, which is a 28 count Mushroom Lugana with the called for floss. It was a finishing kit. The fabric was separate, but the floss and the fabric for the back and the trim was all part of the finishing kit. But here we are. It's kind of blowing out here. There we go. It's a little bit better right about here. So on my skeins, it was stitched with Classic Colorworks Blooming Crocus. It's a very nicely variegated, but as you can see, when it got dark, it got fairly dark, and when it got light, it got really light. But I love the variegation. It's so springy. I'm so happy that I have it done. It's just going to be, it's a little bit bigger than what I would normally do, or what I like with these, but I say that a lot, and then a lot of them I'm stitching a little bit bigger, but I really don't, I like them a little smaller. But anyways, I love it. I love how it's, I love the color palette. I love that it was just one color, made it so easy. So yeah, it's done. I have a finish. So we'll see. I'll have to check and see. I kind of want to do some sewing. I might do some sewing tonight. We'll see how it goes. But I might finish this weekend, or I might see if I have anything else that needs to be sewn into a finish, because I like to do that kind of stuff in bundles. And then here is the finishing pack. So the fabric, the wool, and the trim I all purchased from Primrose Cottage. Even though it said 2025 on the stitch, I'm going to put a 2026 charm on it, because that's when I finished it. In my marine bag that I won from Lorraine at Shamebrook Cottage. If you haven't checked out her channel, please go do so. I will try to remember to link her below. She's fun. I like her. Grand Old Flag by Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. I did not get a whole lot done on this. In fact, I may have stitched on it. Did I stitch on this one twice? I don't know. I'm using all the called for flosses. So, you know, beautiful, primitive. I'm stitching mine on Color and Cotton 40 count bronze, soft. So when they dye their fabrics, they have soft, they have like an ombre, different. And this is one of the lighter ones in the bronze collection. Ignore my little strand of thread there. All right, all I got done on this one was the leaves. And I didn't even finish them, but that's what I started. That's where I'm at. I think I only stitched on this in the morning, and then something happened in the evening and I wasn't able to get back to. Oh, I know. It was the night out with my friends. So yeah, I didn't get home until like after 10:30, and I checked email and went to bed. That's why I didn't stitch on it again. I see her, Chantel will let you order a board any size that you need. So I'm thinking I might do that if she doesn't have a board that's already the appropriate size for that, because I can just see her propped up on a board somewhere. I did pick up a Christmas. We're not going to ask how my Christmas whip go is going because it's not going anywhere. I don't even know why I pretend. But I've got this one in this Christmas bag and with this zipper pull that I made and designed. And I am stitching Peace and Goodwill by Brenda Gervais. That frame is also gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I started having, we've been pretty warm, but the weather's changing. It's spring, and we're expecting rain tonight and tomorrow, maybe even a thunderstorm. But the wind has picked up, and my eyes been watering. Now my nose is itching because I'm out in the backyard, and oh my gosh. Okay, Peace and Goodwill. So I am stitching this on the called for, I believe. I got this as a kit, and when I say I got it as a kit, I purchased the fabric and the chart from Farm Girl Dry Goods, and so I'm assuming that she used the call for. But this is where I'm at. And what I added was the ground, the snowman, filled in the white on the house here, the smoke, and this little white snowflake. So I have a tree that needs to go here and a few more snowflakes. I've got to finish the wreath, and I've got to finish the door and his nose. This snowman is off a little bit, but I decided I'm not going to fuss with it. I'm going to try to pick this up again. I'm going to try to pick it up again this week so that I can remember, and then start off of here so that I can get the spacing right, basing it off of something else, not the snowman, because if I'm off on the snowman, it's going to throw everything else off. But there is enough space between here and the next motifs that if I'm off a little bit, it's not a big deal. I just decided I wasn't going to pull it out. I was not in the mood. So, really cute. I'm glad that I set that one aside for WhipGo and that I didn't ignore it. That would be a fun one to have framed and up. I am working on Land of Liberty by Teresa Kogut. I think on this chart I'm just going to stitch this. And you would not think that those buntings would take as long, and I did have to tear a few of them out. But man, oh man, I thought, oh, I'll get the buntings done this sitting. No, I did not. I am stitching this on 40 count Summer Khaki by, oh, I don't know who it's by. So I finished the white. I added the shading on the white, and I started on the red. I have a little bit more red to finish, and then the bunting will be done, and then I can move on to the eagle. Or whatever, wherever I decide to jump off. So, yeah. It's coming along. I do like the color of linen on this one. I think it's pretty. Called for flosses. And then I picked up this project bag at a retreat last year from the 805 Stitcher. It's a Darling Peter Rabbit theme. And she's got the cutest little bunny head zipper pull. Super cute. And I have two projects in here, but I'm working on Tis Spring. I'm stitching mine on 40 count Vintage Country Mocha, called for flosses. And here's where I'm at. So I had to take some time, and I had to coffee dye robin egg, and I had to coffee dye sockeye. So those were all dyed, and so I was able to kind of add the robin egg here and start that. So I added that. I filled in the nest with the eggs and the inside of the nest, and then I started spring, and I almost got done with spring. This one may be a pillow. I have one of these in a frame. I have one that's made up into a pillow. I like both. So I haven't quite decided yet. I'm not at a point where I really need to decide, but I like to think about it when I'm going. My Saturday stitch. You know, I'm working on my Star Wars piece that I picked up off of Etsy. It's a monster. I'm stitching mine on a 40 count white Verdal or Verdal. And I'll insert a picture of where it was, and then this is where I'm at. Almost to the halfway point, or just beyond the halfway point for the page right there. Stitching this for my husband. I'd like to finish it before I die. It's a lot of black. I think Darth Vader is probably the one where it's the most black. Well, okay, maybe the shading of Yoda and Princess Leia's hair and over in here. But I'm right up in here. That's where I decided to start. So I just want to work on it several times a month to move it along. I don't want to be stitching on this forever. I will put my stitch count. I do have this chart in markup, because it was 36 or 37 pages and I didn't want to print that out. So, yeah, so it's in markup, and, I like it, and I like how it tells me how many stitches I have. I am almost to 3% complete, I believe. So that's good. I'm finally, you know, over 2 and almost to 3. But it's a challenge. Okay. My Sunday sampler is Simple Life by Teresa Kogut. I started this when it was a stitch along in 2023 for her Tier 4 Patreon group. I'm stitching it on the Called For, which is a 40 count overcast linen by Cedar River Linens. And here is where I'm at. So I finished the bunny. I had to put its eye in. Oh no, it's not quite done. It needs its nose. I finished the fox. I finished the birds. I started right through here. So it's coming along. This one will be so pretty, framed and hanging in my bedroom. Using the Called For flosses. Okay. All right, so now I want to take a moment and I want to show you a piece that I finished in October of 1995. So it's 30 years old, almost, and, well, over 30. And I had it hanging in my hallway for years and years and years, and then I decided I wanted to do something different with my hallway. So I took it down, put it in the garage with the intention of putting it on my bedroom wall, and I never did it. So I don't know if it was just going to discolor because it's 30 years old, or if it was going to discolor because it was in the garage, but I'm so sad about it. But this is to commemorate our wedding. So it is like a mirabilia, but it's not mirabilia. Nor I'll put it down below what it is. I do have the chart still. It took me it took me like a couple years to stitch this. I worked on it exclusively. And I substituted out the colors. So the little girl was in a blue dress. All of the ribbons and bows were blue, and my colors were teal and like a purpley pink, purple and pink. And so this is how I did it. I went to my favorite shop that's no longer there, and I swapped out my colors, bought the linen. I believe this is a 40 count, 36 or 40 count raw. So she's discolored, as you can plainly see. It's all DMC. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her out of the frame carefully, and I'm going to soak her and see if I can't get some of that color up. But I want to show you the back of the frame because I took the paper off. There's no good way of doing this. So it was framed, I think, at Michael's, and isn't this interesting? And they pinned it, but I don't know how they pinned it. I can't find the pin like head on it. So I don't know, but I'd like to take it out of here. Oh, it might be stapled. Oh, they stapled it. So now that the bedroom's painted, I want to pull this out sooner than later, and especially sooner because this is still a little sticky, and wash it repin it, maybe cut some of this down a little bit so it's a little more manageable. The tape, I mean, it's just paper. It's coming right off. No stick left to the tape. But this is my project. And then I remember for Christmas that year, I asked my mom to have it framed. So we went and picked out the frame together. So this is like a linen here. And I love it so much. I'm kind of sad I took it down, you know, now that I'm back into cross stitch. I took it down and I put it in the garage. I'm really upset with myself that I didn't just go and hang it up in the bedroom. Even just to put it wherever, you know. So, there's that. Okay. So I will keep you posted on that, and we'll go from there. I do have haul. So I ordered from the attic the America 250 chart. She advertised it. She said email if you're interested. So I emailed and I said I wanted the silk conversion and a 40 count fabric. So it took a while because I ordered it in like January. So it took a while to get to us, but I think it was worth the wait. They were overwhelmed with the number of orders that they received, so they had to like reorder supplies, and I think there was a delay in the supplies. So the called for fabric is a 36 count smoky quartz, and they sent me a 40 count salt bush. So it's going to be really pretty. And the silk conversion, I don't want to take all of these out, but it's Belle Soie, I believe. Oh yeah, Belle Soie, Dinky Dyes, NPI, and Gumnut Silks. But the colors are gorgeous. Oh, so pretty. If you've never stitched with silk and you want to maintain your budget, don't start. If you want an amazing experience with silk, stitch with silk. It's a game changer for sure. They have a different consistency. To me, I have no other word. They're like a fluffier fiber. It feels fluffier. I don't know. The colors are beautiful. The sheen is beautiful. So I will drop this into a project bag, and maybe this will be a new start. Can't have too many Patriotics. But it's really, really pretty. So that came. One of you so graciously lent me the Broomhilda whisk broom band. So Kim, thank you. It came. I will kit this up and start stitching it. It should not take very long, and then I can drop it back in the mail to you. I really do appreciate it. So I will have a Halloween whisk broom this year, and I'm so excited. So excited. Thank you. Then I picked up some fabric because, you know, where are you going to put it? I don't know. Do you need it? Not really. Do you want it? It's beautiful. Of course I do. So I picked up some pieces from the Abide collection by, I don't know who this is by, Moda Fabrics. So I got a couple of charm packs, just very soft pastel colors. I know my hand is the shadows in the way. So I picked up a couple charm packs, and then I picked up some yardage. So I picked up this one. Just the sweetest fabric. You know, it's so sweet. I don't want to use it, but that's ridiculous. This is going to be a beautiful, like if this is a project bag, can you imagine that as a liner or a contrast? So soft and pretty. And then I picked up this. So either one of these would be gorgeous inside. And then I picked that same floral up in a really pretty aqua. And this coordinating for maybe the inside. And then I picked it up in this gorgeous, like light khaki color with this on the inside. Really pretty. So that's what I'm saying. I might want to get some project bags done. How fun would that be? So we'll see. I also want to stitch. I also picked up some Patriotic. I think this is all from the same line. Yes. So I picked up, and part of me picked this up because of the Patriotic pears, but I'm not sure I'm going to use this fabric for Patriotic pears, but this is what I thought of when I saw it. So I have this. So it's white background with the red, white, and a light blue and a navy blue. I have the same thing, but just a red outline. So it's the same print. And then I have the same print again, but it's a navy blue on a light blue. This light blue is gorgeous. And then I, of course, picked up the flags. So I'm excited to try that. And I think that's it. I mean, it was a big haul week and a big I got a project finished, so I'm happy about that. So coming up this week, more stitching. I don't believe I have any late nights this week coming up. I don't think I do. Maybe some sewing, maybe a little bit of painting on my paint by numbers. We'll see how it goes. I am going to start putting things back up on the walls in my room, which right now it's just 2 cross stitch pieces. So there's that. But I think I'm now encouraged to pull my things out and start finishing them because I think they're going to look great. My frames will be very similar to the marriage one. So more of those silvers and golds and platinums with a little bit of black thrown in. So there'll probably be a black, like a shiny black frame in there, or unless I bring it out here and hang it out here, which that's a possibility too. But also muted black and a muted wood color. So just a nice eclectic look, maybe different sizes. So that's kind of what I am thinking for that. But you know, like I said, it's going to take a while to get my samplers done. But if I have a sampler Sunday, I'll get a couple done this year for sure. I'm confident about that. Maybe 3. Yeah, I have a little bit more haul coming in. I ordered some more fabric from Fat Quarter Shop because I want to make my son's girlfriend something for her birthday next month. So I've been looking for just the right fabric, which is why I bought so much fabric, because I'm like, oh, this might be cute. Oh, this might be cute. Oh, this might be cute. So, yeah, so we'll see what comes with that. And I have just a pretty, we're just at the quiet before the storm of summer camp phase. Just kind of wrapping up the year, getting to the point where we're going to be wrapping up the year. I've got a lot of work to do at work, but it's not anything that takes me after hours. I'll have more after hours coming in the spring, or I'm sorry, in May. But for now, I'm okay. And I think that's it. Yeah. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Make sure to share the video, like the video, comment on the video. I do read the comments. I love to read the comments. Also, check out bluebirdneedlework.com if you haven't done so already. I do feel like I have a nice range of products now. I have a little bit of everything. If you don't see something that you want, or a chart that you want, and you would like to support me, then by all means, please ask. There are a few market releases that I don't have access to until at least the end of the month, for a couple of them. But I can go online and I can check and see if I can order directly if I don't already have an account with a designer, and try to get those to you. I want to carry what you guys want to stitch. Supplies, I have a couple different types of scissors, about 3 different types of scissors right now. I have some fabric rings. I have needle minders. No hoops yet. I'd really want to carry the Nurge hoops. I just haven't found exactly what I want yet. So, I mean, I found them, but I'm like, So I'm kind of looking around a little bit for that. That's on the list. Classic Colorworks should be added here soon. I don't have all of the colors. I only have the first, maybe third of the alphabet. So I will be adding to that over time. And Weeks Dye Works, I have linen, Ada, Lugana, all different counts. No, I might have 146 in a tan neutral from Cedar River, maybe. But I don't have any. I have 40 count down to 14 count in different fabrics, so go check it out. Again, if you don't see something there, please reach out. I do want to expand that line too. And a couple new products coming. So, and I'm not going to talk about that now because I have to make them, which means I have to have time. And time is at a premium. That's it for me. Have a great week ahead, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And until next time, happy stitching.